There have been obviously a lot of questions about the legality of this. Point blank, does the President feel as though on this issue and this kind of issue he's above the law?
Absolutely not. To be clear, the 30-day notice requirement has appeared in NDAA bills and in other legislation in this and prior years, and we have repeatedly noted concerns with this requirement. In signing statements, the President, has consistently made clear that the executive branch must have the flexibility to act swiftly in conducting negotiations with foreign countries regarding the circumstances of detainee transfers if necessary. And that was certainly the case here.
On the issue of those signing statements, the President said when he was first running for President that he thought restraint needed to be used with signing statements. Is this an example of presidential restraint?
I appreciate the way you phrase that question because it's often misreported that he somehow took a position against all signing statements, which was never the case as a senator and candidate. He made clear that there were times when it would be appropriate, but that the authority to issue signing statements should not be overused or abused, and that a president should exercise restraint. And I think if you look at his record in office, now 5.5 years, you'll see that restraint demonstrated. But there will be and have been circumstances when signing statements are necessary because of the President's view and the executive branch's view of the constitutional issues involved in a particular legislation. And with regard to this specific situation within the NDA bill, that was already addressed within a signing statement.
And last question. Has the President put a price on the heads of other Americans because of the way this deal went down?
I think this goes back to the general proposition that has been true throughout our history as a nation, that we, the United States, always seek the return of our prisoners in an armed conflict. And there is a long history of prisoner exchanges in previous armed conflicts, and this action that was taken to recover Sergeant Bergdahl is entirely consistent with this past practice. Sergeant Bergdahl was a prisoner in an armed conflict, and we did the right thing by, after 5 years of captivity, securing his release and recovery and return to the United States. The fact of the matter is, as I noted before, if you look through our history, there are ample precedents to this kind of decision because, as Chairman Dempsey said and so many others have said, we don't leave our men and women behind, and we don't qualify a decision about leaving them behind or not leaving them behind based on the on who's holding him.